What's up guys, it's Blaze here. If you are looking for a tutorial video, unfortunately this one, if you already clicked on it, is not the one for this week. I actually do have something coming up for you guys, so if you are just watching my channel solely for the tutorials, then that's coming up very soon. However, if you're interested in seeing other content on this channel, I am experimenting. This is one of the things that I thought about making at the start of the year, but didn't really know how to go about it. So I picked up and I got permission, started talking to a few developers that I met over on Twitter that were willing to share some of their demos with me. In fact, these demos that I'm about to show you are available so that you guys, the devs that are watching this, you can also try out, and maybe these games, these examples can be markers for, I don't know, maybe some sort of diversification in the market. You know, there are more devs out there that want to put playable demos out so that people can buy a game that they feel they have some sort of connection to. Instead of going straight to early access, there are free demos. So maybe as devs on this channel, you might be looking into doing something like this. And when your game gets into that point, I would be more than honored if I could share your progress with the rest of the world. So thank you very much in advance for watching this video. And of course, if you guys aren't interested, you can always wait for the next tutorial video to go up. But for those who are sticking around to watch this, thank you very much in advance, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. With so many game studios out there, both big and small and somewhere in between, that are focused on showing off beautiful graphics in trailers and screenshots and in short little cinematics, I figured I'd take a different route and show you guys 5 games that are currently in development but have playable demos so you can try before you buy. If I haven't met you yet, my name is Blaze and welcome to my channel. Let's get into this video. Our first game is called Becloudead, which is a 2D platformer and hack and slash mixed with a cinematic feel to it, currently being developed by Headbang Games. And basically, you play as Ben Campbell, who was a former head of security of a research company, and you are now one of, if not the only survivor in a post-apocalyptic world. Basically, what you have to do in the game, even though it's not in the demo yet, is to find the origin of the virus and maybe put a stop to all of this. Now, I only got to play just a small fraction of it, and it feels quite good so far. Combat isn't exactly your typical hack and slash where you can just mash buttons and string together combinations. You do have to time your attacks perfectly, otherwise you'll fumble it. And of course, a perfect combo is awarded with a health boost from what it seems like. Now, this demo itself is actually themed towards what it is right now, the current holiday event. So what you're seeing now is the Halloween special event, but according to the store description, there is also a Christmas, and from one of the videos, it looks like there may also be an Easter themed demo as well. So this game isn't set for a release just yet. It's currently to be announced. But if you guys want to follow them, you can get a look at their Facebook, their Twitter, and they also have a YouTube channel as well. So go check them out if you guys want to see more about Becloudead. The next game that we have here is called the Vagabond Emperor, and it's being developed and published by Wiggling Eyebrows. In this game, you play as basically a nobody who decides one day that they're going to become the emperor in the fictional Middle Ages, where the world is kind of getting swallowed up by some sort of curse, some sort of darkness. It sounds like your typical RPG story, but there's a few humorous things in the game to give you a bit of a laugh. Now, for this game, it's a 2D RPG, so your character is customizable, although not everything is fully accessible just yet. You can create factories, you can create towns, you can create entire kingdoms. After all, you are trying to become the emperor here. And of course, with all that, you get to create relationships, and you can collect trophies and sell them, hire warriors. You can do basically anything that you can imagine in, say, a typical tabletop RPG. Looking at the RPG elements here, we have multiple paths to becoming the Emperor. You can play as the king's brother, or you can get a job and become a bounty hunter, or you can do things around the town for the townspeople, and eventually, at the end of the game, the idea is that you will become the Emperor. Now, of course, there are different ways to do combat. There's the first way, which is kind of like a top-down, kind of like Agario, if you guys have ever played that. It's kind of like Agario, but with axes and swords and shields, bows and arrows, and a whole bunch of different weapons. Or you can take the turn-based combat system if you guys are more into the chess/Fire Emblem style of combat. There are a few issues with the combat system at the moment, but do keep in mind that this is a game that's still currently under development. Now, this game is actually being released into early access fairly recently and is currently at 0.9, so not quite at full release yet. And right now it looks like it's at about $20 with a 10% sale until the 2nd of November 2021. If you guys want to follow Wiggling Eyebrows, you can follow them on Twitter, or you can check out their YouTube channel down below. And they also have a Discord server for users of the game, so you can give feedback throughout development. Alright, so that's the Vagabond Emperor. I personally had quite a bit of fun playing the action combat for this. It was really fun, although I didn't quite understand the mechanics, but give it a shot. The demo is free. Next up, we have Phaseshift, which if you guys are watching this video right now, you can see that it looks like a bit of a mix of Mario Kart and the Tron Light Cycles. So if you guys like that and you guys want to play it on PC, then this might be exactly what you're looking for. It's fairly simple on the surface in that it is a racing game, and if you have played Mario Kart before, there are weapons and abilities that you can use. The only difference is that rather than picking them up off of the ground, you actually equip them onto your racer itself, and you can use them using the designated keys. So if you're playing on a controller, it's A, B, X, Y, or whatever controller you guys are using. And if you're using keyboard, you can customize that to however you want. Now, in the free races, there are 3 modes. There's team racing, where you and one AI partner team up and you basically knock out the other teams and try to get first and second place. There's also the free race, which is basically just you versus everyone else, your classic Mario Kart scenario there. And the last one is kind of like musical chairs, where if you find yourself in last place, then you're gonna get knocked out. So I personally had fun with that particular game mode, but I'll admit I'm not that good at racing games. So if you guys want to check out this fast-paced game, then it is available as a playable demo right now. So Phaseshift is currently being developed by Bubblehead Studios, and you can follow them on Twitter, you can catch up on their YouTube, and they also have an official Discord server. I'll leave all those links in the description and in the cards above.
It's so beautiful, so peaceful. I could stay for hours admiring this view, here, with you.
The next game that we have on our list is called Wild Dose, and it's currently being developed by Lappi. Wild Dose is basically a substance, a virtual substance that your character uses, and it's quite expensive. So in order to get more shots of it, you need to do a few jobs around the city and get some money for yourself. And basically everything that you are doing in the city contributes to you getting more of the wild dose, and apparently everything will start to mix as the story unfolds. Having said that, this game is a bit of a mix of RPG with a bit of that survival and psychological horror, and it kind of does things in a bit of a strange but also fun way. Now, Wild Dose currently doesn't have a release date yet, so if you guys want to keep up to date with development of the game, you can follow them on Twitter. You can also subscribe to their channel on YouTube, or you can join their Discord server. Of course, I'll leave all of that in the description, and some cards will pop up as well. Our last game here that has a playable demo for you guys is called Lonesome Village. In short, this game is basically The Legend of Zelda mixed with Animal Crossing and then put together, and there's a few creepy things as well, but everything overall looks kind of cute and colorful as well. So in this game you play as Wes the Coyote, and your sole job is to free all of the members of your little village from this evil tower and bring them back into town to bring it back to life. So just like with The Legend of Zelda, you have dungeons, or in this case a tower, where you have to solve puzzles and get through it stage by stage. And the Animal Crossing aspect of it is you get land in Lonesome Village, which is actually the name of the place itself, but you can also customize your house to be however you want it to look. On top of that, you can have relationships, or you can create strong friendships rather, with the villagers around and do missions for them and gain their favor. And as you play through the game, you'll learn more about the history of the town and about Wes the Coyote's secret past. This game is currently being developed by Ogre Pixel, who is also the publisher, and there's no scheduled release date yet. If you guys want to find out more, you can visit their website, but they also post regularly to Twitter as well. So this is the end. These are 5 indie games that are currently in development with demos that you can play for free. If you guys have any suggestions, if there are any games that I missed here, please suggest them in the comments section below. And if you guys aren't following me on Twitter, you can always do that. There is a link to that in the description right now. So that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.